How's it going, everyone? We have. What do you guys go by? Just the Crazy Dominicans? Just the
CD Brothers.
CD
Let's say the City Brothers. Everybody call us.
Everybody, CD Brothers.
I'm Maxter, you know.
Okay, so we got.
CD is.
They're individuals, but they train together at the highest level possible. We got Maxter, Crazy Dominican, Senior Junior. Top players in the MK community in virtually all games. Minor, correct?
Yeah,
You guys got a foothold in most of the community.
Yeah.
So we're gonna ask them some questions. We got Storms here with us doing the filming for us. We're gonna just, I guess, go over things like maybe players who don't get to come out, and you know how they, you know what they do, how much time they spend, you know things like that, how often, you know, character preference. Anything else, Scott?
Not right now. You put me on the spot right there, so I'll try to think of some stuff.
All right. How long have you been playing?
How long?
Yes.
MK or?
In general, fighting games. I mean, MK is, you know, it's
Since 1992.
1992, so almost 20 years now.
I mean, I stopped playing video games in 2003. I started playing again when UMK came out.
Okay.
You inspired him to
2000.
go back to play Ultimate Mortal Kombat.
I just bought a 360 for that game.
One of the top guys.
Who buys a console to play a download?
I did too. I dropped $500 in one day.
Just to buy it.
I'm doing something. Yeah, for that game. Just for that game. And
Yeah.
I think I met you online first time.
Maybe on
No,
NEC.
no, it was 07.
06. NEC.
No, I think it was 06.
Oh,
Yeah,
six.
it was December 06.
Yeah.
That's right, December 06. That's right, it was NEC that year. Yeah.
Since then, I've been playing UMK in tournaments and with this game, MK9.
Here's a good question for him. Favorite fighting game of all time?
Favorite fighting game?
Killer.
Oh my!
Killer.
It's two.
Okay.
So, Killer Instinct and UMK.
Okay, there we go.
And now MK9.
MK9.
So I love this game. I love it.
Okay.
Those three games. And also Calibur too.
Yeah, what drives you to come to tournaments?
I mean, it's fun. It's different. It's different than playing online. Online you don't have to just play and
There's no lag.
not only that, but it's fun. I come to tournament to have fun.
Myself, actually, the first time I came to a tournament here was on ECT.
Okay.
And in my experience, the televisions, is like playing a different game, really, because we also used to play on CRTs.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have the LCDs television; they are used to the timing already.
That's a very good question. Is how do you prepare to adjust? Do you practice on a CRT just to be used to it, in case there is one? You only play on the HD now?
No, we don't have an HD.
Only play on CRT.
We only play on CRTs. That's why
I play on HD, but
Yeah.
like also what inspired me to come back to play console games because I'm a computer gamer. Really.
Okay.
I hadn't played console games like for almost 10 years, something like that. Sometimes I used to play, Kylera and Mortal Kombat 2 with some people, once in a while, but I still wasn't computer. But what really motivated me to come back to console games, it was Mortal Kombat 9, because the game is lovely.
Mm-hmm. It's really
But the
united.
community
It's
is
united
not-
most of the community.
Yeah.
That's what we were hoping. That's what we were hoping for back when we did that first roundtable. We were hoping that's what happened back in
But
February.
also, the community itself is driving me like to quit the game because I don't like when people complain about a down one, low recovery frames on such move, which is still punishable, but they just want you to like
tailor the game to their.
they want you to go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, and then come back and still punish some moves, like Kun Lao spins, let's say. I'm not a Kun Lao. I play Kun Lao, I know how to use Kun Lao. I don't use it because everybody uses Kun Lao.
But it's good to have.
I don't say he's overpowered. I mean, you gotta give credit to the players.
Kung is good.
The players made the characters, overpowered.
The only thing that we all hate about this game is just that people just gotta learn how to play the game. what people did back then? And what can you do for about EMK3?
Ask this guy if they ever complain about Cyrus resets and stuff like that. That's not what makes you win in matches, you know.
I mean,
you have your
at least don't complain about the characters. Complain about the bugs that the game has.
Yeah, it has some bugs, and the negative edge, the game doesn't really needs negative edge, you know. And also moves, a special move. If the move is back, I mean, it's down forward, the move should be like that, no down.
Yes.
Diagonal, you know, forward.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're doing an uppercut, something else. Like with Cyrus, I'm doing a low poke. I incline a little bit, and the move is coming out.
Like when I was playing Eric at the second match, in the corner when I dropped my combo, when he jumped, lightning came out. I went down and into the corner
because you wanted
to do an uppercut, and the lightning came out. And I was like, and that was like when I took off my headset. I was like, you know, I did an uppercut. I was like, yeah. I was like,
I mean, those are things that the game doesn't need. Negative edge and easy, you know, output or move, a special move.
Yeah.
It doesn't need it. You know, it's like, let's say when Zangief 360 back in the hyper fighting games, you really had to do a 360. Now you just move your stick and the 360 is gonna come out. It's like they making this game so people don't say, oh, this pad, you know, this move don't come out, stuff like that. You know, I mean, you need to make the move like the way they were before because it's affecting gameplays.
More precision.
Yeah, you need more precision. If you're doing down forward, it's down forward.
Exactly.
You know, the move gotta be completed. You know, because otherwise it affects professional gamers, and you know things like that driving me to like quit the game. Really.
My advice would be to ignore entirely when people complain about the game because you don't have a control over what happens.
No, we understand that,
So
but
you-
people really, I mean,
if you use what's available in the game, it's not
you
banned.
cannot let people
If it's not
affect.
banned, you can use it. So
Yeah.
you can just ignore
Like-
anybody who tells you that you're using something that shouldn't be there. Well, when it's
Yeah.
gone, that's
I
when
mean, you can ask this guy, have I ever complained about Kitana's damage? No, even though she has the damage, I mean,
She has
matches
the
are going to the last seconds because I mean we
Yeah,
always
no.
out zoning and we doing and we building our breakers. Sometimes when I get a net with Cyrex, this guy's gonna have a breaker.
People-
If I get to do a combo, it's because I work for it. I'm dominating the fight.
Listen,
You know?
people complain about Cyrex resets, 60, 70, or whatever. Or let's say 60, right? But why didn't complain about Kitana's 54 with 1 meter that she could easily get in, especially with this one? Like, why did I complain about the damage
They
that
complain
characters
about
do
damage.
regularly, but they complain about resets?
the specific reason why they complain about resets is because
He's not
It's
supposed
like-
to.
there
guaranteed.
shouldn't be a break between the combos that you can't defend.
True.
So not only does it extend the combo, but it also resets the damage.
Yeah.
And if it didn't, if you could do your entire combo, on top of that, you're controlling the round for about 15 seconds.
I understand that,
Yes.
Shaka.
All that is, if it didn't break and you can still do the whole thing and it scaled the damage down, it would be
That was my answer to it. If
Let's
you're
go
gonna
back to
nerf, if you're gonna
EMK3.
nerf something, just nerf the damage.
that in that case,
About call out.
the break needs to be fixed.
I heard that.
I feel like I should have brought a salt shaker to this interview.
No, we don't want nobody to be
They
nervous
nerfed a lot.
We don't
I was
complain
kidding.
about that.
No.
I'm kidding.
Let's go back to UMK3, right? You love the game, right? I don't know if it's Tom's played the game too,
Yeah.
right? I mean, do you have a lot of 100% damage combos? I mean, a striker
There's
gets you
some.
with that gun combo and he pulls you all the way to the corner and you're dead.
Cool out.
At least in Mortal Kombat 9, you have the chance to break combos, and if you're good enough, you know, and you just run away and build your meters, or you put impression on me with that chip damage, you know,
That's
you're gonna
what
have meters again, and those combos will never get to you. You know, that's why they don't say. I mean, and they couldn't patch those games, like stuff like this.
Yeah.
I don't care about, he don't care about the resets and stuff like that. They just gotta fix like the bugs, you know. Like,
I just learned how to play.
yeah.
From what I've seen, you almost always have a breaker. I'm missing
Yes.
4 out of 5 times
Yeah.
you have a breaker.
Yeah, exactly.
I always try to do
Exactly.
that. You know, the chip damage.
That's actually one of my
The
complaints.
chip
Always
damage
jump,
is great because of
1,
your
2.
strings.
I always do that.
That's actually one of my
I do that
complaints.
too.
The way some characters build up meter in this game is just stupid.
When you have a character
Well,
who can do a lot of
did you-
fast hits, they don't have any answer for it. You have to let her finish her attacks, but it builds up meter very, very quickly. So anytime they try to counter you,
Cabal.
What do you rather? Do you rather a 60% damage
Cabal
combo?
before you catch up to Cabal, he already has done at least 10 instant fireballs. That's almost 1 meter.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Like if you're blocking his work,
When,
he's building.
when he catches you in the string, in his pressure string, he's building up meter while you're blocking. on a 50-50 game, he's doing chip damage and he's getting metered. When you finally can do a combo on him, what is he gonna do? Break.
And if you land the combo, the 50% damage, he deserved it. It's because you swallow those breakers, you caught up with him, you caught up with his game.
Yeah,
that's how professional players play. You know, like, all right, let's say we don't need patches on things that people work on. I mean, I work pretty hard. You know, I spend a lot of hours, you know, finding. I have other ways to trigger resets with Cyrax, which is not the saw, which is not the net. But I'm not exposing that, you know, because this is something I worked on.
Oh, yeah.
Because the bug is in the bomb, and nobody. I know other ways to trigger it. I'm not exposing that because we are not tested. We find things in the game that people might say they broken right now, but it's the way the game. You know, there is a way out of it. You know, and that's why you don't see Cyrax. Let's say Jack's reset in the corner, right? I mean, sometimes Jack gotta work hard to take you to that corner.
Oh yeah, very.
If he gets you there and he swallows your breakers,
yeah.
you deserve to lose to get that 100% damage. It's not doable because, of course, you're gonna build the meters by 60%, or maybe you're not gonna have enough health. That's how the game works, you know. And if we didn't have this patching technology, you have to adapt to the game the way it is. You know, don't complain.
Which is what we saw in previous games that happened. We didn't have patching even by deception. There was
exactly. Just make a different game. All right, it's good that they removed the infinites. I agree with that. You know,
they actually patched it in. They tried patching that game in the GameCube version, and they wound up ruining with all those free throw traps, extra combos, deception.
Oh yeah.
They released it on GameCube. They actually created more problems with the patch, and that's the problem is when you can't test your patch.
Yes.
They're stuck though. They released it. Oh well.
I just wish. My only wish. Another one would just make another version of the game.
Make a what?
Another version? Not MK10.
Ultimate Mortal
Kombat 9.
Yeah, because there are some things that like patches cannot help.
Exactly.
So.
No, they're trying to solve everything with putting armor and just reducing damage. You cannot keep reducing damage in this game.
That adds to everything. Armor.
Because the damage is breakable. You know? I mean, if you see matches, even though we Kitana and Cyrax, we go to the 0 second. I have 60% damage combos. He got 54% damage combos with 1 meter, and we go to the last second. That I win. I gotta win. I gotta win by time. Why? Because we're playing professionally. I'm not complaining about the down one. I'm counter-attacking his down one. Asking if he can do that down one to me. No, he gotta run away. But you see people complaining about down one. Oh, I cannot jump and do a punch. Of course, no, because your legs land first. And her hitbox move.
A lot of people complain about the down one.
Kick. Use your kicks. People don't want to use kicks. You know. You see Eric Wada. That's why I like that guy. When he jumps at you, you know he knows. I love juggling people with the low punch.
Yes.
What he's doing his kicks. He's using his kicks. Do you use sweeps? You don't use sweeps in this game. They use us, right? You don't use uppercut that much.
You almost use
it sometimes.
Sometimes, you know.
Few characters. Cyrax is a good sweep.
Yeah.
Cabal is a good sweep.
Yeah, but
that's more the best sweep. But the thing about
what about if they jump at me? I'm trading maybe a 7% damage sweep.
You want
for a freaking 30-40% damage.
They jump over while you're doing a sweep, you're dead because the recovery on almost all of them are so fast.
Yes.
They should make like sweeps more damage and also uppercuts. You know.
They actually
people are using
lower the damage on virtually every hit in the game because
they kind of keep lowering
the matches go very very quickly when the damage is higher.
Yeah.
So they just out of the box the damage is already very low.
Yeah.
A lot of those 50% damage combos in any other game would be 100%.
But something that people gotta realize is that we have chances to break those combos. At least. You know, in other games,
any regular combo.
Yeah, in other games, a 30% is a 30%. In this game, a 30% and another 30% is a 60%. But maybe the second time I land that combo is broken.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Maybe there is not gonna be another time when we're killing each other doing something else. You understand?
My thing about like when they do patches or they do buffs or nerfs, I mean, the damage is that where people complain the most about. Tekken.
Oh yeah.
And there's no breakers.
Tekken has some wild damage.
Oh.